Dead Art Studios, monoprinting. What's that? Well, it's the process of making prints that cannot be directly reproduced, but using print-like techniques, which basically boils down to pressing something onto something else. So I've got some paper here that I've taped down, and we're going to do it a nature-based monoprint. But to do a nature-based monoprint, I need some nature. So we better head outside. Right, let's go. I need my shoes first. Got the shoes. Right. Here we are in the garden. Whoa, blackbird. Always gives me a bit of a spook. I think we've got big leaves. Too big. Need some scissors. Perfect. Right. Let's go via the trampoline. Scissors on a trampoline. Not a good idea. There we go. This is the leaf we're going to use. Ginkgo biloba. So I think we want a few different sizes. Go for that one. That one. Some really little diddy ones. And something maybe for the middle. Right, let's pick them up. There we go. Have I got them all? No. Right. Back. Inside. We're back for paint and chat. There we go then. We've got some leaves. Let's see what we've got. Got a piece of grass as well. Don't need that. So I've got a big leaf in the middle. I think I'll do that. I think we'll have a red centre. It's almost heart-like, isn't it? So let's get all obvious and do it with a red centre. And then I've got some little ones, and some medium ones, and then a couple of little ones. And we'll do those in black, I guess. Yeah, kind of like playing cards as well. So that would be kind of cool. Right, there's a million and one ways to do these kind of things. You can have little rollers, all sorts, can't you? Gel plates, things like that. I'm just going to go for the most direct method that I can think of, which is painting my leaf. Let's start off with red though. I'm grabbing the black. Yeah, it's painting my leaf. So I'm just going to get some cadmium red acrylic. Oh, that's probably enough. Don't want to overdo it. We want to try and get as much as as we can of the texture of the leaf, but this hasn't got, so it's got a sort of up and down, striated sort of texture, but it's not like super textured. But I think ideally, generally, you don't want too much paint on your leaf, because you want to kind of make an imprint that it's not all gloopy. Right, so I'll just get, the thing is I've got to do this before it dries, because otherwise it's going to dry really quickly onto the leaf. I'm going to have a red leaf though, that's going to be cool. I wonder if there's something we could do with that. Right, give it a good old rub. And just try and get the stem as well. Right. So yeah, this is a really good time for making nature-like monoprints, because there's all sorts of leaves that you can just go and collect from outside, and maybe other things as well, like bark and things like that. So I did it a bit last year, so I'm not a total noob, but it is it's a bit haphazard. So let's just drop it Oh, already making a mess. Let's drop it down. Push it on. Really, what I could have done with something to press it with. I've got a bit of kitchen roll down here. Look, let's do that. Oh, there we go. First one. Interesting. So, a lot heavier on that side than that side. We probably should have been trying to get more like that side. But nevertheless, we're just experimenting, having fun, aren't we? We can always, once we've learnt the skills of monoprinting, we can always refine them. Now that paint, the golden acrylic paint, is a lot more gloopy than this Liquitex stuff. So maybe it'll have a different kind of vibe when we paint with this. There we go. Let's just maybe get a good amount on. You could get a roller, one of those ones that they use for lino cuts might be good. Right. Got a bit too much paint everywhere. I'm not really sure about the red thing in the middle. Looks a bit rough, doesn't it? Spill some paint, obviously. So that'll be the first place that we put our leaf. Just hold it there in the middle. Bit of kitchen roll and plumps. There we go. Okay. Shall we try another one? Now the problem is that I don't want to get this paint back on. So take that off and pinch it down. There we go. That looks a bit cooler. There, that one looks interesting. Right. Because we've got the taped edges, we kind of want to get right to the edge so that it looks like it's sort of going over rather than just placing everything in the middle. Right. Wouldn't be any fun if we didn't get super messy, would it? Okay. Maybe here. There we go. There's definitely no danger of this not being a monoprint. There is no way you could reproduce this. And of course, lots of different artists have used printing. And obviously, Picasso is well known for his printing, as he is for everything else. The megalith of 20th century art. He did a lot of lithography and is renowned for having pushed the technique as far as possible and even annoying the lithographers that he used to work with, because they always used to say it was impossible, and then he used to taunt them and say, well, I better go and find somebody who's got the skill to do it, and then they'd be like, all right then, we'll have a go. I haven't got anyone to taunt except for myself. Right, keep going, I guess. I'll just see what happens if I press it down with my finger. Yeah, okay. I think I'm going to have to make it sort of like really dense and overlap it all. Maybe look, just partials as well. Just build up the different textures. Maybe that's what we're going for here. Make it kind of more abstract, but with different leaves used. I'll do the little ones last. Right, now I'm just kind of really rubbing it in the paint. I've got this brush here. Let's get that in there. Right, now what about a cleanish? I'll try and reuse my kitchen roll. I don't want to be wasteful. Right, here we go. Interesting. Let's get some density in there. Now, the thing about these art videos that I'm making is that I just want to see you. I want to see you. I want to show you. Kind of, maybe I want to see you. But I do want to show you just me making art, you know. Don't want it to be perfect. In fact, it's definitely not been that in any of the videos we've made so far. It's very much the education of me as an artist, of becoming an artist. I think it's fair to say I'm an artist because I've been doing various kinds of art for many a year now. Digital, painting, drawing. I think it's fair to say it looks like a mess at the minute. Just keep going. What you have to hope for is that it's going to come out the other side looking decent. Doesn't always happen. Sometimes all you make is a mess. A lot of the time, I've thrown a lot of art away, and I had stages where it was like, yeah, this is good, I'm happy with this, and I did something, totally messed it up. It's frustrating. Okay. I think probably want to try and overlap onto the red as well. Try not to paint on the thing, the board. Right. Need to keep this under 20 minutes as well. You know, when I watch videos on YouTube and it's half an hour, I'm like, where's my life gone? People say, oh, like losing your attention span's not a good thing, but you know, who's to say? Why sitting around concentrating on one thing for ages deemed like really good? Like, yes, I sat and read a book for 17 hours. People go, wow, that's amazing. You know, you watch a 10-second TikTok, everyone thinks you're a total idiot. Okay. Don't hate it. It looks messy, but I don't hate it. Right, different sized leaf. Tiny little one. Right, you should be able to do this with just the fingers. That's interesting. Let's try putting some right into the middle. Oof, just messy. Right, is there something we can do to finish this off and make it more arty? Can we do some red? Maybe with a blade. I don't know. Maybe with a blade. Maybe with a brush. I don't know. Oh, I'm scared with the brush. What about like a quick... Gonna get a blade. Okay, so a little razor blade. We'll get some red paint, and then I think we'll put a line down the middle of it. Nearly run out of paint. Got to make a decision on what my future commitments are to expensive paint. I just don't know. I might use this side here, look. Just drag. Yeah, that's kind of not bad. Now, let's give it like an improved stem bit there. And is there anything else we can do? Maybe just like that. Make a sort of window. We've got a big amount of mess everywhere. Let's take the tape off, see what it looks like. Obviously, I'm restrained by time. So if you do a monoprint, if you don't want to be restrained by time, then don't be. Maybe being restrained by time is not a bad thing either. And in some sense we all are ultimately restrained by time. Oh, totally should have took the bits of tape that are on the top off first. Now the line's a bit of crisp, which is good, because I don't like it when paint gets under the tape. And it happens more than you would think. If you want a super clean line, you can put like matte medium, do a layer of that over, and then that totally seals the line and no paint can get underneath. Like an undercoat of clear medium. You could do gloss as well. A monoprint, a print that cannot be directly reproduced and is unique, one of a kind, created by pressing stuff on other stuff in one way or another. Dead Art Studios. See you next week.